Hey everybody, I am Riya Sharma and today I'm here to speak on the topic and to explain the Afghanistan and Taliban issue, which is a huge political blunder in Afghanistan and it is a blunder for world too. So let's begin with it. So first is question arises that what is Taliban? Meaning of it. The Taliban means the students in Pashtun language, what they speak. And if we talk about that Taliban is good or bad, so we found that it is bad for modernization, education, liberalism, especially for the women's, but it is good for the Sharia, jihad, radicalism. Sharia means devote yourself to the God, but now it is losing this thing also because it's what now currently Taliban is doing in Afghanistan is women have a huge threat from Taliban itself. So you can see the beauty parlors, they do this women, you can see this women face the condition of the women's situation, the bad situation you can see. You can compare the women's before the Taliban take over. They can see, they can be beautiful, they can, roam anywhere, they are free to do. But now they have to wear their eyes even, they have to hide their eyes. So Taliban is very, dangerous for the women's. They promised that they provide education and they didn't do not create trouble in for women, but they are still doing all these things. Now we move to the present situation. Present situation is that US forces leave Afghanistan, withdraw all their forces from Afghanistan. It's a, we can say there could be three cases of it. What? The case one, that the US finished their objective in they finished their objective in Afghanistan in starting when they started the war in 2001. So their aim was to counter terrorism, but now it is still there. So this case one or this objective not fulfilled yet. If we talks about the next one, that is case two, lost the battle. It can't be there because US is technologically good. The defense expenditure is huge in the world. It's a superpower. So this situation cannot be there. But the case third could be there. That is ending terrorism was never there. Only wanted to retaliate from retaliate of the 9/11 attack, which was there on the US land, and they marked the 20th anniversary on 11th September and withdrew before the given timeline. That is on 30th August. They withdraw all their forces from Afghanistan. You will be surprised to know that when US started withdrawing their troops, so at the night their troops switch off the lights of the tent and leave from there without informing any Afghanistan commander and where it was present at that time. So there is some fishery, and US is technologically good, and he is a superpower. US is a superpower, so they control the whole media of the world. So that's why this thing that they switch off the electricity and they move away from their tanks. It's not in the good way. Means ये ज़्यादा दिखाई नहीं जा रही है, ज़्यादा focused में नहीं है ये news. But it was there according to a report. Let's move to the next. Now, what is the fact that अब Taliban क्या करेगा? Now, what Taliban will do? Taliban have only, know till yet that how they have to expand the terrorism in the world and how they have to, occupy the areas, but not properly know about that how to form a government or how to run a country. So they currently they are having the poor economy. International Monetary Fund also cut their expenditure from Afghanistan, as it is not yet recognized by the United Nations. Okay, but many countries establish their diplomats in Afghanistan, and there is no infrastructure, no export, no import. Their economy is struggling. uh, the people is killing themselves by starving, or they are famished, not getting food, depend on outside countries. That is the main thing. But now outside country also stop giving anything. Till yet, United Nations only thought to provide uh, $120 million food security to Afghanistan, but not yet work on it. And if we talks about the Pakistan, who is the founding father of this Taliban, so Pakistan is also struggling from their economy. Their economy is poor. They're using Chinese infrastructure. That CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. Pakistan has totally become a victim of China, because China uses maybe around 90 or $30 billion in it, which Pakistan couldn't able to pay. Okay, no exports are there. There is means वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा किल्लत है गैस की भी, means there is no food security in Pakistan. But their defense expenditure is increasing. So FATF, Financial Action Task Force, put Pakistan into the grey list, and now it's there is a talk about the blacklist to put Pakistan in blacklist. So this is the current condition of the Taliban and the Pakistan. If we move to the next slide, so we'll here see some ports, some aircraft field, Mazar-e-Sharif. This is one of the largest, but the first established and the largest #1 airfield of US in Afghanistan is Bagram Air Base, where they left by switch offing the electricity, by switch offing the light of the tent without informing anyone. So these are also occupied by the Taliban. You can see that there is some fishery, as Taliban also having the US equipments, aircrafts, tanks like this. How US becomes so irresponsible, so clumsy regarding this. And there is also a fishery again, that US withdraw its troops from Afghanistan and leaving their equipments along in the Afghanistan and left it out. This is the thing. And second thing is the air base they left without informing anyone. So till yet we can only consider these things, but not can conclude that what is happening now. There are some movies like Brothers, Loves, Survivors like this, which is on 9/11. But finally, this 9/11 on 9/11, or someone on 9/11, someone on 20 years war with Afghanistan like this. So this is our that what is present situation in Afghanistan. Present situation kya thi? Okay, and now we move to if we see. So we found that first, let's talk about the political division of Afghanistan, how it is politically divided. There is a huge ideological difference in Afghanistan itself from the history. If we move to the history, so from earlier itself, there is a ideological difference. Means, suppose, for example, if we take of India Citizenship Amendment Act was introduced by Indian government. So Indian government in favor of it, but many of protest against it. And protest, if COVID-19 was will not be hit India, so protests still be going on in the country, but it is shut down due to this COVID pandemic. Okay, so here's the same condition at that time. Afghanistan government follows the communist, means they like to follow the ideology of communalism. That's why they have good relations with the USSR, with the Soviet Union. But some people are against it, so they made an organization which are known as the Mujahideen Fighters, or we can say at that time nationalist, which follows Islamic Sharia. Islamic Sharia, I told you that devote yourself to the God. Okay, but a civil war was there between all of them. When there is a, when there is a thing like that, the civil war is there. So abruptly, and we can say suddenly, the leader of Afghanistan died at that time. So after that, Soviet Union tried to invade Afghanistan and took over and wanted to take off Afghanistan. But the situation was not at that time that USSR can do that. Nur Muhammad Taraki was the leader who died, who means not died, assassinated, and which led to the invasion of Soviet Union. But as these nationalist Mujahideen fighter was there, at that time when Soviet forces started invading Afghanistan, so what was there? There is the Mujahideen fighter having no weapons with them. They don't have any weapons with them, but you can see over here in this map, these Soviet forces started invading Afghanistan. These are Mujahideen fighters. They have no weapons, no money, no equipment, nothing, no training, no experience. So US started involving it directly and started funding Pakistan. That was the main thing. And at that time, US and USSR were a huge enemy. So this led to the US involvement of indirectly, and Soviets started invading. But before starting all these things that why US invade and Soviet Union, let's have a talk over this. That what led US to be invade and sorry, not invade, to give funding to Pakistan and wanted to Soviet to be defeated. We know all that there was a huge ideological difference between the two Western and the Eastern world. But there is some another reason to be involved indirectly in the war rather than directly. Let's have a look over that, because that is most important for that timeline, which is important to be known by all of you. So that first is 1979 and 1989. This is the time period of 10 years this Afghanistan and Soviet war lasted. In 1979, Soviet Union started invading Afghanistan. Okay, what led US to be involved indirectly in this war? That is the Vietnam War. During the Vietnam War, USSR supported China to invade South Vietnam. But US had a threat at that time. So US started involving in that war, but defeated. It's still a fishy that why US was defeated in that war. But after this Vietnam War, US wasn't too angry about it, that why I defeated. And then in 1971, the Pakistan and the India war to liberate Bangladesh. Okay, these timelines are important. Try to एक साथ करने की कोशिश करो. Try to replace all these things and connect all these things with the indirectly involvement of US and Pakistan. When US defeated in Vietnam War and Pakistan defeated in Bangladesh liberation, so Pakistan and at that time Pakistan, involved in US military forces. So Pakistan said US President George H.W. Bush, I think at the time. So Pakistan president was leader was Zia ul Haq. So उन्होंने कहा कि आप वियतनाम वॉर में हारे हो, हम बांग्लादेश में, क्यों ना यही ठीक टाइम है रिटालिएशन लेने का। ऐसा बोला नहीं, बट डायरेक्टली तो बात यही थी ना, वियतनाम वॉर के लिए बोला, बट पाकिस्तान इफ पाकिस्तान ये कह देता कि मुझे इंडिया से बदला लेना है, तो फिर उसमें यूएस का कुछ इन्वॉल्वेशन नहीं होगा। तो यूएस ने सोचा यार बात तो ठीक है, चलो हम इनडायरेक्टली पाकिस्तान के थ्रू करते हैं। पाकिस्तान एक ऐसी कंट्री थी जिस पहले के टाइम में दैट इट्स अ गेटवे टू द सेंट्रल एशिया ऑफ द वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड एंड ऑफ द ईस्टर्न आल्सो। सो दैट इज व्हाई यूएस स्टार्ट गिविंग एड टू पाकिस्तान। ईरान के साथ अच्छे, मतलब ईरान के साथ इसलिए नहीं गया क्योंकि उस समय यूएस का इतना इन्वॉल्वेशन था नहीं ईरान में, और ईरान this all Central Asia, Middle East is under control of USSR. So इसलिए कि मैं सेंट्रल एशिया पे भी कवर कर सकूं, मींस वो मेरे अंडर आ सके, और यूएसएसआर को भी काउंटर कर सकूं, रिटेलिएशन भी ले सकूं, इतने ही रीजंस थे। तो यूएस इनडायरेक्टली उस वॉर में इन्वॉल्व हो गया ना। कुछ अब क्लियर हुआ होगा तुम लोगों को। इन 1978 सोवियत ने इंटरवेंशन स्टार्ट कर दिया। पाकिस्तान वरिड था कि अगर अफगानिस्तान इन्वेड हो गया तो मेरा क्या हाल होगा, इसलिए पाकिस्तान ने जाकर यूएस की आर्मी मींस मिलिट्री को ज्वाइन कर लिया एंड लॉन्च द पाकिस्तान K2 मूवमेंट। अभी ये चीज माइंड में रखो, आगे बहुत ज्यादा काम आएगी। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में, नेक्स्ट 2-3 स्लाइड्स में बहुत ज्यादा काम आएगी। K2 movement was to invade Kashmir and Khalistan. Khalistan, some parts of Gujarat, Punjab and Haryana. ये इन्वेड करना चाहता था बिकॉज वो मानता था कि मेरे पार्ट है कश्मीर एंड पंजाब। ओके, एंड ऑपरेशन साइक्लोन चला 1979। ऑपरेशन साइक्लोन वाज रिगार्डिंग the indirectly involvement of US, जो indirectly US involved हुआ था पाकिस्तान। Central Investigate Agency, the secret agency of America, and Inter-Service Intelligence Secret Agency of Pakistan. These involved in it, and that was known as the Operation Cyclone. In a अगर diplomatic way में कहें, so that was known as the Operation Cyclone. After that, ये creation of Al-Qaeda 1988, all these to explain all these, I will be come back at this timeline. तो अभी सिर्फ इतना समझने के लिए till the Operation Cyclone we have to move to the next slide. ये तो हमने देखा कि यूएस कहाँ से डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व हुआ, from the Reds, from the Mediterranean to the Red Sea and then the Gulf of Aden and then to the Pakistan port. So फिर पाकिस्तान ने बिचौलिया का काम किया। In Hindi language we say बिचौलिया, but in English a middleman, worked as a middleman. US continuously funding Pakistan, funding equipments to them to help that fighters, that nationalist mujahideen fighters to fought a war with Soviet Union forces and beat them up. But Pakistan को आप सीधा मत समझना, Pakistan was too clever at that time. Pakistan make that fund use of it into two parts, into two ways. One to fund mujahideen fighters and second to fund and to create the groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed groups, which are now active in Kashmir in India. Militancy started, and you can cross check. Militancy started in Jammu and Kashmir in late 1980s and early 1990s. जब पाकिस्तान को लगा कि अब भाई वॉर ना फिनिश होने वाला है, 1970 जब 9 से to 1989 तक वॉर चला, देन पाकिस्तान, जब ये तो 1980s में स्टार्ट हो गई, जब वॉर स्टार्ट हुआ 1979, तो 80s उसको ही कहेंगे एंड अर्ली 90s। इस टाइम के दौरान कश्मीर में मिलिटेंसी स्टार्ट हो चुकी थी। So Pakistan is making use in two ways to fund in Kashmir and to fund these Mujahideen fighters. Now, sit properly and listen it. You will be surprised to know that Pakistan initiated this Al-Qaeda from these Mujahideen fighters itself. How? Let's know. Firstly, when Pakistan, wait a minute. Firstly, when Pakistan, US is directly funding that. Yes, this is the one. Yes, when US is directly funding Pakistan here, they started funding over here to Mujahideen fighters and also started creating the militancy group in India. सो ये टू वे स्ट्रेटेजी थी पाकिस्तान की उस टाइम की। तो जब ये मुजाहिदीन फाइटर्स को, जो कि एंटी कम्युनिस्ट इस्लामिक अफगान्स कहलाते थे, उनको करा, तो इन्होंने फाइट करी। जितनी फाइट करी उतने में ही सोवियत फोर्सेस को उन्होंने हराया, और उसकी वजह से ही सोवियत यूनियन डिसबैंड मींस डिसइंटीग्रेट, टूट गया 1991 में, बिकॉज सोवियत यूनियन यूज्ड ऑल देयर इक्विपमेंट्स, their everything in this war to win it, but they didn't. So USSR disbanded in 1991. When Pakistan became aware now this the war is going to end in 1989, so US started stopping funding, means थोड़ी सी कम होगी, स्टॉप नहीं हुई एकदम, लिटिल हल्की हल्की सी वो कम करता गया जैसे कि वॉर एंड होने की कगार पे आया। तो पाकिस्तान ने सोचा कि अब मैं इन्हीं मुजाहिदीन फाइटर्स को, द यूएस हेल्प देम दीज मुजाहिदीन फाइटर्स, नाउ आई मेक यूज ऑफ इट एंड, और इनको ही सिखा पढ़ा के यूएस के खिलाफ इनको भड़काऊंगा। अब ये दूसरी स्ट्रेटेजी स्टार्ट हुई पाकिस्तान की, कैसे? लेट्स सी। व्हेन इन 1989 व्हेन वॉर एंडेड, Afghanistan and Soviet Union war ended, so Pakistan called these Mujahideen fighters to the Pakistan, give training to them and converted them into a new organization, that is Al-Qaeda, and the leader was Osama bin Laden. अब now Al-Qaeda को पाकिस्तान ने भड़काया कैसे? अब in against of US. It was happened because after 1991, when Soviet Union was disbanded, so US started intervening itself in the Central Asia. So Central Asia में होने लगा वो, अफगान तक भी अपना, अफगानिस्तान तक भी अपना चाहता था कि हम इनसे फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस बने। Okay, they provide us oil, natural gas like this, because Central Asia or Middle East, it's a oil rich country. Not Central Asia, sorry, Middle East, it's a oil rich country. So इनका ऐसे माइंड वॉश किया कि अब तो यूएस यहाँ पे इंटरवेंशन करने लगा और तुम्हारा भी जल्दी खात्मा होगा, तुम्हारे को ये हटाने के लिए, इसलिए ही यहाँ पे इनका थोड़ा सा आना जाना, these means shipments, ports, यहाँ पे आना जाना, इनसे फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस बनाना तुम्हारे लिए थ्रेट हो सकता है फ्यूचर में। तो अलकायदा ग्रुप इन्होंने बनाना शुरू कर दिया। So now you are able to understand that what is the game Pakistan playing at that time with the Mujahideen fighters, with their masters, that is US. So you can see the Pakistan two-way strategy and the cleverness the Pakistan showed at that time. He was a middleman, a broker between both these, initiate Al-Qaeda. Now the matter of fact over here is that from 1988, जब war खत्म होने पर आया, तो तो 1998 में ही इनिशिएट कर दिया, मींस बिफोर 1 ईयर एंड टिल 1995 पाकिस्तान ने अपना, सॉरी नॉट पाकिस्तान, दिस अलकायदा ने अपनी इन्फ्लुएंस बहुत ज्यादा कर दी. कहाँ पे? in the middle, in this Central Asia. You can see in this Central Asia, मैंने only slide open की है to explain you the countries. This Central Asia, यहाँ पे अपनी expansion start कर दी in Africa because these are the poorer nations. Okay, so government पे इतनी attack वो sorry उस time पे ज़्यादा attention paid वाली नहीं थी. But you will be surprised to know, but when जब Al-Qaeda was marked the 9/11 attack on US land, the most devastating attack. After that, for US, Al-Qaeda becomes the focused terrorist organization, and now they have to work over it. After that, let me take you to the timeline again because that is important. This one, yes. Now, अब आप देख सकते हो जब अब creation Al-Qaeda 1999 to 1995 Al-Qaeda grow its network, and after that Al-Qaeda established again there an organization in Afghanistan that is known as Taliban. So it's now clear that what was the origin of Taliban, how it's originated, and how the Al-Qaeda group originated. You know, it's a child of Al-Qaeda, it's a father and Taliban is the child. So Al-Qaeda when re-established their group, so that is known as the Taliban, established with the name of Taliban. After that, sorry, after that 9/11 attack was marked by the Al-Qaeda group. After that, in 2001, Operation Enduring Freedom was started, which led to the war with Afghanistan of US. 2001 May when George H.W. Bush was there, the second. So they started Operation Enduring Freedom. In this operation, they started an invasion all over the world. They are free to arrest anyone with the apprehension they may in future it could be do anything against US or any devastating attack on any land. Means apprehension means था ये कि कुछ कर सकते हैं फ्यूचर में गलत, तो इस पे उन्होंने they started arresting, and a naval base in Guantanamo Bay was there in which they started prisoning all them and sell off, put them in cell, जेल में भेजने लगे. After that, you can see over here 2015 to 2021 means 15 तक तो ये चला Operation Enduring Freedom, जिसमें अरेस्टिंग था all over the world in apprehension. But ये 2015 में चेंज करा गया after an agreement signed between the Talibanis and the US. So उसके बाद ऑपरेशन हुआ ऑपरेशन फ्रीडम सेंटिनल. इसका मतलब था काउंटर टेररिज्म. So you can able to understood both the difference between both the operation, the Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Freedom Sentinel. So let's move to the next slide to understand it properly. And you are also aware about this 1996 to 2001 Talibani and Afghanistan civil war. जब तक तालिबान ने अपने जड़ें जमाना शुरू करा, तो 1996 में they started invading Afghanistan. जब 1996 में they started, so in 2001 they marked the attack with the Al-Qaeda marked the attack, and which led to the US invasion. And which led to the US invasion in Afghanistan. So you can connect and relate all these things with this Taliban, within Afghanistan, US, Al-Qaeda, like this. Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Enduring Senator. If you have any problem, so you can comment down me in the section. So I'll explain you there. If anything I have missed over here. Now, जब उन्होंने स्टार्ट इन्वेजन स्टार्ट की 1996 में तालिबानीज ने, so this whole light green part is of Taliban, this is of government, and this is of other organizations which is born only from the Taliban itself. Then when US invasion started, means getting to start, not started, so तालिबान ने इतना सब कुछ कर लिया था और एक नॉर्दर्न अलायंस फॉर्म हुआ था जो अफगानिस्तान की गवर्नमेंट ने फॉर्म किया था, बिल्कुल अभी की तरह. बट तालिबान ने अब वो नॉर्दर्न अलायंस पंजशीर वैली को भी इन्वेड कर लिया, ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन है, बट नॉट बी क्लियर्ड येट. Some says it's not invaded, some says it's invaded, already invaded, and with the end of 2001 इतना सब कुछ अफगानिस्तान की गवर्नमेंट में आ गया. तालिबान सिर्फ दिसना इतना बचा. तो आप देख सकते हो कि इस तरीके से ही यूएस के खिलाफ तालिबान जाना शुरू हुआ और ये सब डेवलपमेंट स्टार्ट हुई. I'll explain this timeline to you later, but let me explain something regarding it to you. First is when World War ended in 1945. From 1945 to 1991, Cold War era was there. In 1954 to 73, Vietnam War was there. To retaliate that, US involved directly in the war when started of Soviet Afghanistan war and Bangladesh Liberation War, which led Pakistan to launch a K2 movement, Khalistan and Kashmir, and Zia-ul-Haq became the president at that 1978, which was one of the clever president of Pakistan. And you know who is the root of all these blunders of that at that time? Then US then Al-Qaeda formation in 1988. Then in 1991 USSR collapsed. मैंने बताया 1994 Taliban started emerging. In 1995 as organization was established by Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan known as Taliban. US from 1990 started intervention in Middle East, which gave away Pakistan to teach them a wrong thing regarding what? Regarding US. So इसलिए 9/11 अटैक को मार्क करा गया and 2001 में US invasion हुई अफगानिस्तान में and अब 2021 में US and NATO फोर्स ने लीव कर दिया है अफगानिस्तान को 30 अगस्त तक before the deadline. So I think this is too much clear to all of you. Let me proceed forward. This now the main thing and the important and interesting one is over here. Over here, that पहले तो जब US started funding Pakistan, तो these Al-Qaeda, Taliban, Mujahideen fighter, Osama bin Laden, and Mullah Abdul Baradar, Mullah Akhundzada, Haqqani was the heroes of CIA, means Central Investigating Agency of US. But when the 9/11 attack was marked by these, so these become the villains of these. So you can see the contrast. Yeah, it's becoming interesting slide by slide as I'm changing. It is more interesting for you. Okay, US and NATO troops. So Mujahideen fighter, these now become the villain, got the hero in 1979 during the Soviet Afghan, and become the villain after the 9/11 attack. Let's proceed forward to become it more interesting. I already explained it to you. Now, gain from Afghanistan. Gain from Afghanistan. Let me tell you, it's in the next part, my second part. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching it.